Queen Everhart debuting Korean. Early last night, a major tragedy has took place here in front of me here at the House Kitchen News Bulletin. Going, House Kitchen resulted in that tragedy was the cause of Houston's former hero turned from citywide criminal number one Daredevil, who has once been labeled as the city's greatest hero, but now become the city's greatest villain, who has broken into the House News Bulletin and ended up killing a dozen hardworking news bulletin employees, as well as orchestrating the death of the city's most high-ranking news reporter, Ben Urich, who has been a well-known journalist for decades. Has been a well-known journalist for the city for decades. Whose life was cut short by the hand of what were two great allies. And I mentioned he also ended up killing a man who was supposed to be locked up in federal police custody. Mr. His is still unknown. What we do, what the city can know for sure is that Daredevil is no longer the hero that he says he is. We all thought he is. Excellent. Vanessa, your work, you saw, yes. Daredevil becoming going from a hero to a menace. I had a feeling what we were doing. I can't take all the credit, my dear. I had help from a very reliable employee of mine. How long must I wait till we be reunited? Soon, will be long soon. I'm reaching the end game of my plan. Once I certify my control amongst the FBI, and you will finally be reunited, my love. I count the moments. Honey, I'm home. Bullseye. Once again, you have done me a great service. You played your part perfectly. Yeah, those fools didn't know what happened until it was already too late. Man, I tell you, I never back when I was a humble FBI agent, I never had this much fun before. You could, I knew I made the right choice supporting you instead of working for the FBI. Yes, the FBI makes a habit of wasting good people's talents. But not like me, I believe talent like yours to be used to their full potential. And the fact that you were able to use those talents perfectly as Daredevil makes it perfect. Right? Made it perfect. Yeah. Yeah. So look. Yeah. So when are you gonna tell the world that Daredevil is actually Matt Murdock? If I'm being honest with you, however, I think if I'm being honest with you, I would rather keep his secret between you and me. Last thing I want other people to interfere in my payback. With Daredevil. I only just begun making that punk suffer. I promise you, Bullseye, you'll still have every opportunity you can to make Matt Murdock suffer for what he has done to you. But it will be done by my insight and my insight alone. And as long as you continue to follow my instructions, we won't have problems. You know, I understood. Will do. Mr. Donovan, report. I just there's a call with our allies, with our partners in us in financials. They informed me that everything is falling into place, and almost all the information that you need to rebuild your reputation is almost done. Soon the world won't be able to. Soon the city will have to see you as the public you always were meant to be. Of course, Miss X. Of course, Mr. Donovan. They have to. Of course, considering that there once is now becoming a villain, it's going to make it really hard indeed. Okay. Alright, we're going over this one more time. Was that? We already told you what happened. Someone dressed as Daredevil killed killed. Well, oh, someone dressed like Daredevil. I know it wasn't really Daredevil. Daredevil. No, we know Daredevil. Oh, really? I know about that. When I came in, I noticed that the camera was rolling during the whole episode. And one of the things that the camera caught was the fact that Daredevil said your name. I believe it said, and I quote, "Hi, Karen. Good to see you." Which means that you two have a history. Is that it? Like the way I said, so you two have. Like I assume that you three have been from partners for a long time, and that you may have framed Mr. Hope or ordered when Daredevil realized he had no more use for, he decided to go turn and try and kill you all. Believing if that fake Daredevil wanted said he would want to say, look, don't you see what's going on here? It's all fist doing. He hired that man who's posing as Daredevil, faking his Daredevil, try and make you lose your sense. Oh really? Considering, what about? Oh really? Considering that you have nothing to show and he has, I don't even believe what the information they have on, and so far all you have is nothing. And where's Matt Murdock? He told me that Matt Murdock will be here to come clean. Where is he? After what happened, I think it was better that he leave the scene. I'm supposed to know where he is. No, we don't. And besides, Mr. Nadeem, shouldn't you be more? Shouldn't instead of you giving perhaps you should stop spending wasting so much energy taking us our time and perhaps ask us why you find the body of William Friars dead on our table on our floor on news or floor instead of being locked up in prison and like you said it would be. But I admit that finding that man's body there instead of in a federal body bag, it was a surprise. But don't lose the fist is all over the place. Why don't you stop asking folks taking the people you need like ghosts and fists? Don't you see this is all fist doing, trying to make you make he's enemy. Look, I don't need. I need you. I need you. I need you to do my job, and when I'll do it not because of your doing. Understood? I believe it. Matthew, who's I mean, I can't believe Fisk and Bullseye do it. I can't believe it. Bullseye, that psychotic killer, actually had the nerves to wear my costume. I can't believe it. Fisk actually did. He actually got Lester Poindexter to wear my suit. Wear my suit. Going out there to ruin my reputation. I mean, Matthew, and he's one more skillful. And I can't be. I thought if I knew who he was, I would have a chance to beat him, but I don't. He has wearing new tricks. He's a lot more. He's sometimes more skillful. And when the last time I faced him, I don't know if I could beat him. Matthew, unless you want to bleed out and die, I just let me treat your wounds instead of pacing around like an angry, scared child. You're right. Sorry. Sorry. Man, I know that. I know it's gonna be hard for them, but I do care about you, Matt. It says I know that. I know why. Why, Matt? You have to understand. I'm a nun, and my responsibility is not just to take care of you, but I know that now. I guess. Well, to be fair, you were an angry kid back then, who just lost his father, and you were just trying to find something to fill the void. Yes. Yes, it wasn't easy growing up with this being my dad. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was a good father, but I still that he never really. But I don't know if I knew my mother. Yes, she according to my dad, my mother left me when I was a baby. He didn't give me much. Every time I tried to bring my mother, probably asking more about her, who she was, he kept silent about trying to change. So that over time I realized I realized no point. I keep pressing hard because I know that it would just upset him if I did. Look, Matt. Matt, adults. People are complicated. Parents are complicated, and sometimes they do things that so look, this just be. Hey, well, I just don't know. Wait, that's wait. That's something I picked up. I remember when I was a baby, right? It must have been on. I must have been. No, I said, Mom, do you? Terrence, oh God, Terrence, are you? Hey, Luke, call me. Just we came to see you. We heard what happened on the news. Oh yeah, are you guys okay? Yeah, we're fine. I was gonna say something about Ben. Yeah, we're supposed to. We're sorry about your loss. Yeah, we know that you and Ben were very close. We were. We were. Tell us what happened back there. I mean, what happened back there? We hear news that it was Daredevil who killed those people. It wasn't Daredevil. It was someone who. That's like Matt was. And of course, we know that we know Matt. We know who was. Look, we don't. We know. Oh, we know someone fist cut someone. Found someone that was just a skillful. I feel. I saw. I feel. I know. I think that man is both like. How do you know about Bosai? Bosai. I've been a resident. I've seen. I was very when I heard the stories about the former FBI criminal master, turned criminal psychopath. Wester Hoyexer in Bosai. I seen. As a master, I can recognize someone. I seen. When I also be. It happened. I actually ran into a few days back. It happened a few days after Danny left before passing the torch of the Iron Fist to me. I heard a lead that one of the escape beasts, one of the four escape beasts that was one of the breakout escape beasts was around here, and I was right in. Like it was I caught him robbing a local bank, just trying to regain the money that he lost waiting out front in prison. I found him. I thought I could take him out alone, but I was wrong. Turn on, Bozai with the two names. He managed to take anything he picked up and use as a weapon. I could barely keep up with him. So I was busy trying to block. I was so busy. I was so busy blocking his attacks, trying to killing me, just that I wasn't able to catch him. He got away, but I was able to memorize his moves. And when we fought him, we found wearing Daredevil's costume. And my question is, how did Daredevil? How did Bullseye get himself a duplicate Daredevil costume? You see, Melvin Potter, but the guy who made yes, we met him when we first came together to fight the Hand. Matt told us that it was him that made him a suit. So you think Fisk old crew who confronted him? Yes, yes, of course, makes sense. From what Matt told me, Melvin used to work for Fisk back when he had full control of the House of Criminal Underworld. It was Melvin who designed Fisk's Kevlar suits. And so it makes, of course, I was like, he's trying. We need to pay Melvin a visit. Hey, Melvin, a visit. Alright, let's do that then. Folly, it's me again. It's me. I heard. I went over okay. Look, I heard about what happened. Look, come on, baby. Folly, he's if you're okay. Folly, Marcy. Folly, are you? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm giving you a direct order, Detective Brett Mahoney. I'm putting there's a full response. I need your focal police department. I don't buy it. Not because it's coming from a suit like you, from a fed like you, but because I know Daredevil. And I consider myself a people person. And that means that I know that the real devil will never do the things that you're accusing him. I was there. I was there when that son of a gun came out of those room and attacked my men. And when I entered the room that he escaped from, I found a tons of dead bodies. One of the bodies belonged to Ben Urich. A well-decorated journalist that has helped the city through a lot of tough times. You don't think we're aware of that? Ben Urich was we all consider him a fair voice of the people of the city. And every officer in this, that every detective who came before me, who ran his department, knew that Ben Urich was the right man to turn to when you get dirt on the scum of the city. If he would tell you something that it wasn't him, wasn't the real Daredevil killer. And I'm trying to think that's all somebody. I think you, following Karen Page, Matt Murdock are all working together against. Oh, please. Spare us. You're saying because you're trying to cover up your own failure. What are you talking about? What you allowed a man that said that you labeled or someone who tried to shank Fisk because he betrayed betrayed LB primary. But I have it from eyewitnesses. I have it from a reliable source, Ben York, that gave me before he passed, that it was when before he died. It was that Fisk hired him to shank him, or get you guys to move him out of prison, putting him in the perfect position that he needs in the position he needs to be in order to be in control of his criminal empire. We have Fisk on full surveillance. He's not doing anything that we're not aware of. Oh, really? Show him, Mr. Mahoney, with pleasure. What's this? Evidence papers, journalist reports. First, well reports made by our officers, all confirming that there has been maybe a high activity of criminal activity in small pockets, small areas of different areas of New York City, mainly focused in Hell's Kitchen. All of those areas have in common. Well, please enlighten me. They're all areas that used to be populated by criminal masterminds that were loyal to Fisk and Fisk alone back when he was running things, and when he was locked up, those areas were dark. No action whatsoever. Ever since he got out, but since you broke him out of prison, those spots were active again. Reports of people moving high volumes of drugs, weapons, even victims of human trafficking in those areas as well. So that Fisk is already hard at work. That's impossible. We won't know unless Fisk has a secret room in his little penthouse suite, where he can see. That's impossible. I don't want to think I'm dense on this. I tend to figure out what's going on here, but that doesn't mean I don't want you guys to cooperate with my orders. I admit that maybe I have miscalculated on a few things, but it doesn't mean that my decision to put a Westworld for Daredevil has been lifted. I want your office to make a full effort to hunt down Daredevil. Is that understood? Understood. Understood. Sir, not really gonna do. We don't have much of a choice. We became officers to uphold the law, and without evidence, I'm afraid we have little choice. Tell our boys that we have no choice but to a search for Daredevil. Tell them to bring him, orders to bring him in or take him out if he resists arrest. Sir, a lot of boys won't be happy with that. I know. Tell them that we have a little choice, this much choice as they do. Understood, boss. Daredevil, if you're out there, if Daredevil, the real one, I mean, if you're out there, you better pull your butt out of your pants, your butt before things get really sideways. There's nothing much I can do about it. What do you mean that the logs were false? Look, I tell you, look, this is the log files of and that's all thing that he was said. This doesn't make any sense. I saw him. I don't know, maybe front. No, but according to the files, that he was out of prison before that riot started. Days before that riot started. So look, I don't know what. Look, I don't know what you want from me. I've been running this for years now, and sometimes no matter how hard I do things, I sometimes make mistakes. Look, that's what being human is about. I understand that, but it's more than just a simple mistake. Just for that man was important. He could have determined if Fisk really did hire him to shank him or not. Look, I don't know. Look, I'm aware. I'm not aware of how Fisk was able to gain control of his brain while he was locked up here. He got a lot of cops. Look, do you have any proof? Look, pal. Look, Fisk is not in prison here anymore. don't have to follow his orders anymore. We're on the same team. Anyway, and I'm telling you, look, if bloody, fine, be that way. I'll get it regardless. Listen, listen, Dean, what are you doing here? You want to save it? Show me the log files. I want to put all the recent footage according to Fist locked up in this room in the last 48 hours. But sir, but I could do it now. All right. Wait, stop there. What was that? We have no idea, sir. It could be some fault. But the mechanics be some. We turn it. It could be like a reach. That's a big yes, sir. Oh, I don't know. We called subtech support down here a few days ago, and they informed us that it was a technical issue. According to this building has a history of faulty technical issues. But how many people last only a few minutes, and when we got a reason, how do you know that Fist? Look, I have an argument for that Fist might have a secret room in the penthouse I trying to stay in. Could you? We already have full streets, sir. Well, how should do another one? All right then. Doing all right, sir. Fine. Jeez, what the? Where else did it come from? Don't you remember, sir? It just said as part of Fist's deal that he ought to be in control of his assets, all his artwork, all his paintings, all his furniture, all that's returned to him in his new quarters. Although, it's like this stuff has been here before. Oh my God! Fist, Mr. Dadim. I don't recall. I don't recall it that we have an appointment today regarding me telling you more of my criminal dealings. Where have you been? What do you mean? Where did you go anywhere? Mr. Dean, you and I both know it's impossible for me to go anywhere with this bracelet on my leg. You made it perfectly clear that my spaces, that my access are confined to this room. How could? Yes, but you're a smart manifest, I'm sure. Oh, is there a secret room? I mean, that's. Even though that doesn't mean. Look, I haven't. Look, that guy that's changing your prison. Did you hire? Why would I hire? Sorry, to me, you're tasty, your tail around, allowing people. Perhaps you still let other people dictate. Hey, good advice, Fisk. I said, I don't know what's going on, but I have a good for you. You haven't really asked me. You told me that you agreed to cooperate with federal investigations. We help you get your financial citizenship reinstated. That's true. Yeah, have I not been a worthy snitch? Have I not generously give you every bit of information I had on my former partners, associates? Have I not give you? No, you haven't. Is there something? So if there's no real problem between us, then is there something else? No, but no, I'm keeping a close eye on you, and no thing that I will find out what's going on. Yeah, you can try, but I assure you, I am not doing nothing. Yeah, is that right? No, it can't be. She can't be. Hey, Matt. Claire? Well, I must have. Wow, you look good. I was expecting to see you looking as a nervous wreck. Seeing that you. Considering that it's not you being well vaccinated, I would have thought that you were key. Yeah, I had one of the sisters patch me up after my outings, including the one I had last night. To be honest, I feel a little. I feel a little hurt. What do you mean? I've had a good feeling. It's me you always turn to get to turn me. It's me that you always turn to get your wounds, your wounds stitched up after every time you get yourself in a little situation out in the field. I feel a little hurt that you went to someone else instead of me after your little kerfuffles, including one time last night. I just thought I'd give you a break. I mean, you put yourself in danger so many times helping me. I thought it'd be better. Yeah, that's your problem, Matt. You always think you do things. You always think you make certain decisions that you think make things easier, but in truth is that you're hurting us. Don't you see that? Don't you realize that if you didn't want guess of all the news that came to us in the first place. Yes, but the thing is, I meant to make you realize, but you did. And I don't understand that we regret. That we help you. I know I don't. I don't regret for one day that I chose to help you that day when I found you body in a dumpster instead of just leaving you there to die. I don't. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad I made those decisions to stand by your side all that time and help you. What I don't see is that you don't have enough courtesy to trust us more. I do. Look, I don't want to lose any more good people because they chose to fight my side. Well, that's life, Matt. You can't let the past dictate your future. Your future. I know that losing Stick and Electro was hard. I know it was like I lost a lot of good people too in my life too. But that doesn't mean you should shut down and cut yourself off from people. I mean, have you not listened to me? I said to you before. I'm sorry, Stick is gone. You don't have to follow his rules anymore. But again, you never did, even when he's alive. Yeah, sure. Look, it's just that. Look, I know this is a really bad time. What do you mean? I think Sister Mary, the woman that took care of me ever since I first arrived at St. Anne's when I was a kid, when I was 9 years old, 12 years old, is my mother, my biological mother. Wait, what? Are you sure? Not at first, but then after she helped me take care of my wounds after my fight with Bullseye, she said things that made me click. Said things that only me and my father knew, and she possibly. Are you sure? If that's true, that means that she chose to keep that part of my life a secret. She chose not to tell me that she was my mother. Mother at a point when I was lost. At a point when I thought I had no one. Around the time that I was trying to get over the loss of my father, she could have confronted. She could have told me that she was my mother and helped me and be there for me when I needed her, when I needed someone like her the most. But she didn't. Look, man, with everything I know, look, I need to. Look, I appreciate you coming by here and help me, but I need to figure this out. I need to. Where are you going? I need to talk to someone that I know what lie to you about this stuff. Why is all this stuff? Bullseye. Dang, father, you really know how to play. You're not so bad yourself for a guy who's got out of a hospital, Mr. Malcolm. Mr. Malcolm, hey, what can I say? I know how to pool. Hey, that's true. Father Lansing. Matt, what are you doing? Is it true? Is it true that she's my mother? Wait, what's going on here? Malcolm, I think we need to cut this game short. Wait, what's going on here? Please, I think me and Matt need to have a private conversation. Okay, I'll see you around, I guess. Well, is it Matt? Is it true, Father? Is Sister Mary Magdalene my mother? It is, Matt. It is. Why? Why keep something like this for me for all this time? All this time when I needed someone like her to be there for me, when I was lost, when I was broken, when I was still dealing, when I was still adjusting to the fact that I can no longer see. Along with the fact I lost my father, why wouldn't she come clean? Look, Matt, you need to understand that. Matt, when someone chooses to give their life to the Catholic faith, they need to follow very strict rules. Doesn't matter if they are working to be a priest or a nun or a deacon. It doesn't matter. They have to follow strict rules. And one of those rules is that they cannot form physical or mutual attachments of any kind, whether it's object based or human based. And but the thing is, your mother, when someone chooses to become, they must give up the life of wanting to have a family, to be with someone. But the thing is, your mother was the first person to defy that rule. Defy that rule. Defy the rule. What do you mean? Many years ago, back when your mother was around your age, Matt, she convinced a few of her friends to join her to join her on a town. They found a local fight club arena not too far from the parish that they were staying in. Mister, your mother thought it would be fun to see one last big outside activity before they completely offer their loyalty to the church. But unfortunately, what my thing was that when she arrived at Wi-Fi, that was the same day that she met your father, Jack Murdoch. He was currently in a fight with a high flying wrestling. When your mother saw when your father when your mother first arrived, that was how they first met. You see, while your father was being beat up by that guy, he accidentally mistaken your mother to be like a handy woman who helps the rest. He asked her to help treat his wounds and clean them up a bit, so that he can stay focused with the fight. Fight. It all went and the rest was history after that. After Sister Mary saw that fight and then helped. You see, when your mother saw that fight, she was there when Jack was. You see, as I'm sure you know, your father was in a lot of fights and managed to recover from a lot of seriously. Not this one. This one was different. You see, he was fighting with. Said that the person that he was that boxing was fighting was a mutant with of high aggressive issues. He said that that person was able to fight at a wholly new level than her. That was your father really. And of course, knowing the kind of woman your mother is, she couldn't stand by and let him suffer like that. So he stepped in to tend to his wounds. And when that happened, now it was that moment when your parents fell in love that day. And then a few days after that, a few years after that, they got married. And then they had you, Maddie. But unfortunately, after your mother gave birth to you, she realized she made a big mistake. You see, it was her dream to work to serve the church, to be a nun, but it was after she had you, Matt, that she realized that she made a great sin, and that she could no longer live with herself. It affected her life, her relationship with your father, even how she took care of you, and both her and her father and your father realized that she could no longer go on like this. So she came to me. She came to me. I helped her. I managed to help her and convince the board of the parish board of New York to give her a second to redeem herself, and she did. But by doing so, she had to cut herself. She had to get rid of any evidence that she ever got married to her father. And although your father was against it, he fought because he cared about your mother too much to let her suffer. So she helped her to eliminate any possibility, any relation between you and her, and you and her. But so she considers having a mistake. No, Matt, it's not like that at all. Listen to me, Matt. Listen to me, Matt. You might, although doing what although she felt like she could no longer live that life that she did when she married your father, she at the same time she felt terrible for what she did. She felt like she made an even greater sin by just leaving you alone with leaving your father alone to take care of you all by himself, and that hurt her even to this very day. But that all changed when you arrived on her after you lost your father. And again, when you came to her, when me and my people brought you to her at the orphanage, she felt like she had another chance to make things right with you, Matt. Don't shoot your father. Don't try to make her say this. And you either, Matt, no father. I know you thought that telling me this whole story about my mother. I thought, but it's not. Only just confirms to me that my mother never really cared about me. And you, father. For a long time, I always thought I could count on you to be my rock, to be my voice of reason. Every time I was lost, I felt lost. I felt like I wasn't making the right decisions. I thought I could always count on you to give me the right advice I needed to move forward with my life, give me the guidance that I need to make the right decisions. And now I realize everything you said. Now I realize that everything you said, all lessons you taught me, they all mean nothing because because you chose to be honest about us one thing that mattered, involving my mother. You always thought yourself, always as a Catholic man, a holy man, Father, but I realized I was a lie because you chose to keep this from me. And now I see that I can no longer trust you or my mother to give me anything, and as of now, what everything means nothing to me. Shame on you, Father. Shame on you. Oh, dude. Shame on you. Listen, I know that losing your parent family was hard, and we can never replace the family you lost. But I hope that in time, one day, that you can consider us your new family. It won't be easy, I know, but I hope that one day. Now, how'd you, Sister Mary? We need to talk. Oh, I'm busy. It's important. Can you take care of it for me? What is it? What is it, Father? He knows, Mary. Matthew knows. What does he know? Everything. Oh God. Matt, are you still here? Matt, no, Matt. 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 No, Matt. Matt. Wow, did we just... Yeah, wow. Yeah, we had some good sex before, but that was... Yeah, I know. Look, I honestly don't know what came over me. Look, I guess the fact is that I was so close to death back there. All my life being so close to danger, I never thought that, not to that moment, in that moment, when that fake guy dressed as Daredevil was about, I thought I was going to die, that I would never see you again. And that scared me, I thought, oh yeah, I understand. From what I saw in news, I was that you were, I said married. Wait, what? I'm saying right now. But forget about inviting all the family, the friends. I said right now. I know. I am friends with a priest. I know a guy that I can make married just like that. We can get married right now. Forget about all. Easy, Foggy Bear. Easy. You're moving too fast. Look, I want to get married with you too, but I want to be out of love, not out of fear. I want to be from. You're right, Marcy. I'm sorry. I'm just. It's okay. It's okay. I just can't believe Ben's gone. I know. I know. I may not have known Ben as well as you and Karen did, but I have heard of him being a voice, a fair voice of people. In fact, that he's gone as well. Let's say that my parents idolized him very much, and they told me, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Hey, Melvin. Melvin, can we talk? Luke, Colin, and Jessica. This is a surprise. What can I do for you? Do you need another super pair something? Save it, Bodie. Look, we're here because because some phony is wearing Daredevil's old suit. I suppose you know anything about it. Look, okay, I had no choice. He threatened me. Who threatened you? Bullseye, Fisk's old partner. He found me. He found me and told me that Fisk is back, and that if I don't help him make a new suit, that he was going to hurt Betsy. Betsy. Wait, Betsy? You mean your cop girlfriend? Yes. Yes. Look, Melvin. Look, we had these conversations. You and Matt had these conversations. And Matt promised me, he promised me that I wouldn't have to worry about Fisk anymore if I helped him stop him, and stop him. And I knew I knew once I heard that he was dead, that it was only a matter of time before Fisk. I knew that as long as he was still alive, that Fisk wouldn't be a problem. But now that he's, look, listen, Melvin, the real Daredevil is still alive. Wait, what? He is. That he is still. And I was saying, but he. Henry told me that so he knew that he was alive too. Yes, but he never told me that I had to do a Fist again. Look, Melvin, we need your help. We need to help try and. We think we can stop Fisk, and look, no, I can't. I can't. Fisk is too well connected this time. It said that I heard rumors that Fisk is forcing is find a way to manipulate the FBI, And Fisk marries the FBI, but there's no way anyone can stop him. That's not true, Melvin. Not true, Melvin. We can protect you. You and Betsy. Just tell us where we find Betsy, and we can protect her. Do you think you can protect Betsy? Yes. Look, Matt's our buddy. That makes you our buddy too. And friends look out for each other. But yeah, you gotta help us. You gotta help us stop Fisk. Okay, look, I don't know what I can help you with, but I'll just give us to your suit. Okay. Okay, look, let me just look, let me just what? No, Melvin. Melvin. Bullseye. You son. Bullseye. You son of a. That's the name. You kill him. You kill Melvin. He was a good man. He didn't deserve to die. He outlived his usefulness. At least he died knowing that he gave me a good suit. You're gonna pay for what you did to him. And that's the fact. I didn't do anything. You did. Come on, him down. You think I'll fight you guys alone? What's up? Luke, dude. Please. Don't you fools know? I'm bulletproof, man. You can't fool me. Fool, see. Enough of us. We got him now, dude. Shut out, dude. Get away, dude. What's out, dude? Rocket launcher, Steve. Dude. Colleen, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. But I got away. Oh God, Melvin. No, dude. I'm sorry, Melvin. I can't believe another person died because of me. Matt, this isn't your. Save it. Too many people are dying because of me. It's time I ended this. What are you talking about? What are you gonna do, Matt? I'm gonna do what needs to be done. I'm gonna take down Fisk. I'm gonna take down Fisk once and for all. Matt, wait, Matt, do you